make another video on this spec lift. For the forklift, it's one of the handiest things I've ever made. The only problem I have with it now is I've had a problem with some of the pins and stuff before. But where the L arm goes in here, it keeps getting caught. This was bigger. I'll explain more maybe when I go in the shed. But I just want to make it easier for the L arm to go in here and get caught up and get taken back out again. Right, so I'm just going to take this one off. I'm going to bring it in and see, can I get it sorted. Right, this is it here now. The alarm. Jesus. Just with the rust and everything, and like the weld inside there, it's just always getting caught. It's even hard to get in there now. So when there's a car tire pressing on it, it's awful hard to get it back out again. Or if it's tweaked anyway, I have to hit it with a hammer or lift the car up. I got stuck in there now. So I think my plan is I've already cut down here. I've already done this. This is my second attempt at getting this right. But this time I'm going to just cut down here. I'm going to cut this whole box section off. I'm going to leave the side wall on here where it's welded because it keeps my height. And what I'm going to do maybe is I'm going to cut this off, make all that flush the way it was before, cut it straight across. I'm going to cut this off, I think. And then all I want to have is a bar coming out here on the bottom and a bar coming out here on the top. So I can just pick up the thing and slide it in that way and drop it down a bit. So my main plan is when I have the tire in it, it's always a bit loose. I just want to be able to lift. I just want to be able to lift the end of this up tiny bit and then for it to slide out. But I need to widen it a small bit, but I can't widen it too much because then this L bracket will dip like that when the car goes on it. So it has to be tight a certain amount. Then my plan is just to put a couple of weld beads along here as spacers, and then this bar, this is the 1-inch bar I'm using, just going to weld it out. The little weld dot bubble will get caught on that bar just to stop it. I've moved a couple of cars with flat tires and brakes seized on it from sitting there a long time, so I've been dragging it around, and when I go over a bumps up and down, it can slide out a bit. So I just want to have a little locking pin in it. My other thought there just before I came out was to cut this side off altogether maybe and slide this L bracket in that way. I just put a pin in it, which I didn't really think about it on the way up, but I might think a bit harder about that now actually as well. So I'm just going to put this on time lapse. I'm going to have to think about what I'm going to do, and come up with an idea maybe for one side anyway, and give it a test before I do both sides. from there. This is the next day from when I started the last video for that time lapse. I done the other one that I was showing you, and I just came up with this. It was the simplest idea. See will it work? I just came out today to finish this one off, and halfway through that other time lapse, the welder was welding, the power went in the building, thing went on the pole outside, so I had to get the USB out to reconnect it. That's it done there. This one's a bit tighter than the other side. Them lines are just to lock it in place. That'll be it. It seems it's a lot easier than before. Probably a bit easier when it's on the forklift, but I have to keep it tight enough so when the wheel goes here, it doesn't hold it in like that. Hopefully that'll make it easier. Alright, so the next video will be on this. It'll be the last bit. I will throw this back on the forklift. I'll get the forklift started and I'll move a car with it. Won't be today, but that'll be the end of the spec lift video. Right, I'm gonna pull this car out with the spec lift just to show it working. You could just roll it straight out, but I'm gonna use the spec lift to show kind of the reason I have it. My yard is small, so just get cars parked in and out. The yard is absolutely empty now, so I can't really show any of that. But I want to be able to get cars from a lift, a damaged car, where I've pulled the engine and stuff and box out of it. On a 2-post lift just makes it easier, and then I want to be able to move it from a 2-post lift onto a car bench easily, and stuff with no suspension, stuff like that. So the spec lift will be able to just put stuff straight on here. That I'm working on now. Need to give it a quick wash. That's the end of that spec lift video. If you like that video, like and subscribe. Subscribing doesn't cost anything. And I'll probably just do a quick time lapse of putting this back in again to show how easy it is, because having the tails, it's like a tail swing on the spec lift. It's easy just to get the car and just swing it into spaces and out of spaces. So yeah, I'll put that back in. Thanks for watching. That's in the spec lift one.